Bitcoin represents a macroeconomic solution to those that want a non-sovereign store of value, but it also represents a technology solution. I see institutional adoption coming from macro hedge funds that actually would have bought gold or would have invested in hard assets or commodities. Now that Bitcoin is getting on their radar as digital property and the apex digital commodity, and now they've got like a multi-year track record of Bitcoin outperforming gold. I think that there's a lot of money that's going to flow from gold funds and investment funds into digital gold, that is Bitcoin. I think that you're seeing a lot of family offices, high net worth individuals that are private, having private money. They're starting to see Bitcoin as an interesting investment because it's a generational wealth preservation strategy. If I'm investing to give money to my grandchildren, then I need a very long duration asset. They're operating out of the public eye, but I hear through my back channels a lot of that activity going on. I think Goldman Sachs did a survey where they indicated there was a lot of interest in Bitcoin from family offices. I think that in terms of public companies, the public companies that you will see embracing Bitcoin most enthusiastically will certainly be the founder-led technology companies, because they have charismatic founders that are risk takers, that understand technical nuance. The companies that disrupted digital music, digital video, digital movies, digital books, digital maps, digital retail. They had to think differently. And if you think different, then once you start thinking different about property and it clicks in your mind that Bitcoin is digital property, then you go from not understanding it to understanding it. And then there's an oh crap moment where you realize that not only do you understand it, but if you don't embrace it and your competitor embraces it, then you're going to be at a massive disadvantage. You wouldn't want to be the last big tech network to integrate digital property into the protocol because Bitcoin turns your billion user digital communications company into a billion customer bank in cyberspace. And so I do think that you will see founder-led tech companies start to embrace Bitcoin. They will do it sooner than other publicly traded companies because they get it and because they need to figure it out for competitive reasons. I mean, the example, right? The big example right now you can see in front of all of us is Square Cash. Square's had extraordinary success implementing Bitcoin into their mobile application. And that has forced a response from PayPal. And I think, in time, anybody with a mobile application is going to want to use Bitcoin either to turn themselves into a bank in cyberspace, or there's another aspect of Bitcoin, which is an international digital value network that allows you to establish trust in cyberspace.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
So if you are Google or Facebook or Amazon or Apple and you have people posting online, you've got a cybersecurity issue. The way that you actually can deploy cybersecurity is plug them into a network like Bitcoin that allows for the rapid interchange of value on an open protocol. If you can implement an open protocol monetary network like Bitcoin, then you can use that to fight denial of service attacks, DDoS attacks. You can use it to fight and to ameliorate or attenuate spam. You can use it to shut down hostility and create new degrees of cybersecurity. So I think Bitcoin is really it's the secret to cybersecurity going forward. And this is really important issue for all of these technology companies. And it's also a bank in cyberspace. And so it's the future. It's the future of financial security and the future of cybersecurity. And those companies can't really afford to ignore that. They would ignore that at their own peril. I think you'll see more with regard to that as time goes on. And then I think the last area of adoption with regard to public companies that will be visible, and I think give it 6 months, you'll see a lot of it, is you're just going to see an avalanche of publicly traded Bitcoin miners. Right? Every month or every few weeks, there's a new Bitcoin miner that's announcing that they're coming public. They're either merging with a SPAC, or they're going to do an IPO, or they are public, or they're a public company that's moving from a foreign exchange like the Toronto Exchange to the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. If you roll the clock back 12 months, it's hard to find any company, any publicly traded company with $1 million of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Right now, there's a dozen or more with billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But what happens when there's 2 dozen or 3 dozen companies and they've all got material Bitcoin exposure because they have to? I think that that's going to catalyze a lot of maturity of the asset class. As Fong noted, in the entire quarter, we were able to acquire more than that. More than 13,005 Bitcoin. We acquired 13,759 Bitcoin at slightly higher average price, 38,467. But we're very comfortable with that acquisition. I was very pleased to see us making such good progress and ending the quarter with 105,085 Bitcoin. At this point, we've now invested $2,741,000,000 in Bitcoin. For those of you who have followed me, you know that I believe Bitcoin is digital property, and it's the equivalent of digital gold on a big tech network. But calling it digital gold really understates it. Digital property is a bit better. The ability to convey billions of dollars of value at the speed of light and to program it, and the fact that digital property has an open protocol that any company can write to makes it a very special thing, a very disruptive technology for this decade. We think that acquiring Bitcoin at this time is going to be a wise strategic move. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin, and we feel like there's a land grab right now to acquire as much as you can, because Bitcoin represents a macroeconomic solution to those that want a non-sovereign store of value, but it also represents a technology solution.
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members, where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active, and see you on the other side.